had a degree certificate.
Okay.
So we call that degree as a ticket for entering the job market.
Okay.
Gate pass.
Okay.
But no skills. Then I noticed few of my friends who joined with me, they were not that good in Python.
Okay.
Right. So I used to explain them
Okay.
the Python concepts.
Mm-hmm.
They when I got to know that okay, I'm good in teaching.
Okay.
I can explain that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So, as you always mention, 2 C's.
Right.
Correct? First one is commitment.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is consistency.
Okay.
First C I was done.
Okay.
I've started with commitment. Okay. I'll get into data science.
Mm-hmm.
But second C, it was nowhere to be found. I went for an interview with that particular project.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So what he said was, Beta suno. If you're working on this project as your main project, right? If you're portraying this like that, you will never get a job.
Okay.
That's a project where you can find it on YouTube.
Okay.
Then I thought, So we had one more project,
Mm-hmm.
NLP, which I completed with 0 skills.
Okay.
Right. I tried to do something, no help,
Mm-hmm.
no help from my mentors and all.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And at the final day, they have given me the code. See, this is how they do.
Okay.
As I had experience in teaching,
Mm-hmm.
and I like to make things simpler.
Mm-hmm. Today we are having Nasir, who is actually working with us as a mentor and assisting our learners to get placed as a data scientist. So today we are going to talk under this particular topic, your journey as a mentor. Nasir's story here from the scratch. Sit back and relax and enjoy this conversation. Nasir, welcome you to this particular video.
Thank you, John. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure.
Great. So Nasir, I know that you've been working with us so good, and you're also training learners. Learners are happy with respect to your training too. So, but I know it would be very much glad that if everybody knows about your story, even your learners and also people who doesn't know you, who know you, so that it would be definitely helpful for them how you actually got into this particular field.
Yes.
So you can talk about from where you started, what is the struggle that you faced, and where you're right now. You can explain to them.
Okay. So yeah, hi everyone. As you're already aware, I'm Nasir, and I started my journey of data science in 2021. Okay. Before we get into this, let us roll a bit back and let us understand from which background I come.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because what happens is people from different backgrounds are afraid to get into this data science.
Mm-hmm.
So I started my journey or my education in 2015 with electronics and communication.
Okay.
So I studied electronics and communication for the 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So in 2019, I've completed my electronics and communication.
Mm-hmm.
So after completing electronics and communication, I had a degree certificate.
Okay.
So we call that degree as a ticket for entering the job market.
Okay.
Gate pass.
Okay.
But no skills.
Okay.
Right. So then I decided I'll move to Bangalore and come and study this Java, Python,
Mm-hmm.
right? Basic things. After degree, we'll just get into that.
Right.
Not aware what we have to do in our life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need IT job so that we can simply sit easily and type on computer.
Okay.
So I started with this Java and Python in one of the institute in Bangalore in 2019 end.
Okay.
Then again there was COVID. In
Okay.
2019 and or 2021
Mm-hmm.
beginning.
Mm-hmm.
So then again I went back to my home,
Mhm.
right? Completely lost in touch with all those things,
Mm-hmm.
right? So then again I just started with supporting my father's business.
Okay.
Then again one day I decided, okay, I studied electronics and communication engineering
Okay.
and I'm not doing anything great.
Okay.
So what should I do? Then I wanted to become an AI engineer.
Okay.
So like one of my brother's friend, he suggested me
Mhm.
go and do data science.
Okay.
I thought, hey, data science? No, my goal is AI engineer.
Okay.
Okay, so then I decided I'll take a course on Udemy.
Okay.
A to Z, something was their name, I don't remember. AI A to Z, something like that.
Mhm.
So A to Z, I'll learn everything I thought.
Mhm.
There he just took in 1 month some projects and explained.
Okay.
I had the certification,
Okay.
but again 0 skills.
Okay.
Then I was like, okay, I'm trying for the jobs, but I don't know what to do.
Okay.
Right. Then again, I decided by the end of after doing a bit of research and after talking to my brother seniors and all, they told me that okay, you need to learn data science when you want to become an AI engineer.
Okay.
Then I decided, okay, I have to learn data science. Then again, I started my journey as a data science student in 2021 end.
Okay.
Like almost December of 2022.
Okay.
After that, there are so many things we need to learn. Right. So I joined one institute where it was a 45-day course. They said it was 4 months, but completed it in 45 days.
Okay.
Right. So we started with statistics, all those things. Right. As I was good in programming, because I had already learned Python, it was a bit easy for me to catch.
Okay.
Right. Then I noticed few of my friends who joined with me, they were not that good in Python.
Okay.
Right. So I used to explain them the Python concepts. There when I got to know that okay, I'm good in teaching.
Okay.
I can explain that as well. Right. Then again, I had a discontinuity. Right. So as you always mention, 2 C's.
Right.
Correct. First one is commitment. Second one is consistency.
Correct.
First C I was done.
Okay.
I've started with commitment. Okay. I'll get into data science. But second C, it was nowhere to be found.
Okay.
Right. So there was no consistency with me.
Okay.
I used to be, it's like a speed breakers. Like
Okay.
studying smoothly, then again a bump.
Okay.
3 to 4 months, no study.
Okay.
Right. Then I had one interview. It can be considered as a life-changing moment.
Okay.
Right. That was the worst and the best experience.
Okay.
Right. So we have done one project, used car price prediction.
Okay.
Okay. So if anyone who is watching who has already learned data science, they might know this project.
Car price prediction.
Car price prediction.
Okay.
So it will take 1 or 2 days to complete that project.
Okay.
Right. I portrayed that project as 3 months.
Okay.
Because we were instructed to do that.
Okay.
Right. So okay, I went for an interview with that particular project. Right. So what he said was, "Beta, suno. If you're working on this project as your main project, right? If you're portraying this like that, you will never get a job."
Okay.
That's a project where you can find it on YouTube.
Okay.
Then I thought, I've completed everything, but still again, I had skills, but very less skills. So might be the reason because that institute, they were not focusing on at present standards.
Okay.
They were giving us the skills, but which was, I think it was expired.
Okay.
Right. So then again, struggled a lot, right? What to do, I don't know. Again, I decided, okay, I'll just go with business.
Okay.
Right. I cannot do all these things. I'll go with business. But then again, business is also not easy.
Okay.
Right. So then I thought, okay, now I need to do one thing. I'll just go back to Bangalore. Right. And I'll not go back until I get a job.
Okay.
That's what I planned.
Okay.
And then I came here and I started studying one of the topics, NLP.
Okay.
This was before ChatGPT was released.
Okay.
Right. So I saw like deep learning has 2 parts.
Okay.
Our computer vision and NLP. Computer vision was already being used quite a lot, like self-driving cars. We have heard too much about it.
Correct. Yeah.
Right. But then again, every information is not in images. The most information which we have in text. So then I decided, how are this computer able to understand? Okay, before this, I have to go a little bit back.
Okay.
Where did I get to know about this NLP?
Okay.
So we had one more project, NLP, which I completed with 0 skills.
Okay.
Right. I tried to do something, no help from my mentors and all. Right. And at the final day, they have given me the code. See, this is how they do.
Okay. So you got the code, you never
worked? No, I never worked. I got the code.
Okay.
Then how is this able to understand text?
Okay.
There when it hit me. So I gone and I studied, I saw YouTube videos, I studied so many articles. There when I decided to write a small book on our NLP topic. Again, this is all before our ChatGPT.
Okay.
Before the hype of NLP. So I decided, okay, let me go from very basic.
Okay.
Very scratch. As I had experience in teaching and I like to make things simpler. So I started with an article which almost took me 1 to 2 months.
Okay.
just to understand the concepts. So I used to watch YouTube videos, I used to read articles, right? Then I decided to write an article or a small book. So then when I started a complete guide to natural language processing.
Okay.
Right? So I started it from the very basic, very scratch. Right? Each and everything, like how it is done. Why did we do this? Okay, if there is a new topic like TF-IDF, we have one concept.
Right. Yeah.
Why did we get TF-IDF? We need to understand that what were the drawbacks of previous thing.
There it is.
So then again, slowly, all the dots connected, and still I find if I read something, a new dot will be connected.
Okay.
So this data science, it's not like 3 months, 4 months you are going to complete it. It's done. It's not like that. It will take a bit of time. Right? Practice is important. Right. So coming back to our topic on this one article, I had written an article.
Okay.
And posted it somewhere around November or December.
Okay.
Right. Then when you got to see the article on LinkedIn, right? Then when you have approached me, you have conducted an interview, right? So then again, I got an opportunity to work here, right? So okay, so that's done. I'm in this place.
Right.
Now let me tell you about this place a little bit. Right. Already you are aware. What are the things which I felt different from other institutes here? Right. So when I started learning, we had only 1 day for Python.
Okay.
When I was learning some
Okay.
institutes. Right. So there was only 1 day. But here when I came, there was a new program, beginners program.
Okay.
We started with machine learning.
Okay.
Then what is this beginners program? Again, it goes for around 1 month. Then okay, so these are the things. Small things which we do in the project, we did not learn.
Okay.
We directly learned from the project.
Okay.
But that's not how we are going to go. No? We need to go from step by step.
Correct.
Again, in each class, if my learners are watching, they'll know. I'll say, if you're learning anything new, you have to go from the very scratch, very basic.
Correct.
So in my first program, what I'll teach is, what is programming?
Okay.
And the answer is writing a program.
Okay.
So from that level, we have to go. Then again, this 20 days, 1 month of this beginners program. Then we have machine learning, deep learning, right? Deep learning was again 3 days from
When you learned that.
Yeah, when I learned it, it was 3 days.
Okay.
So again, deep learning is currently being used to solve real life applications. How can we learn what we are going to do in 3 days?
Okay.
That is not possible.
Correct.
Right. So again, if you guys are getting into this data science, you can inquire with other institutes. Right. Try to get to know what they are trying to teach you. Okay. So then again, it will be a bit clarity where you have to learn. So these are the points which I liked about here, and one-on-one mentorship. Right. Again, our viewers are already aware of that. Right. So these were the points which I liked very much. So that's the journey of me being here.
Okay, it's a very detailed and very clear journey explanation. So he's being good here. So it's just like, he started from nowhere. He had a lot of bumps and humps right in his learning experience.
Absolutely.
That's something common for everybody, right? So when we started, we can commit to this and we can start. But obviously in the learning phase, we will have some distractions. That's something common for even I had also had the same distraction I had. But again, I came back. It's all like, if you get stuck in the distraction, if you're not coming back, then we are gone. It's just like, life will take us to a lot of realization. We need to quickly analyze that and understand that, and we have to come back. It's good that you came back and you have spent a lot of time on writing an article. Even I have read this, to be honest, I have read this article. It was so simple to understand in simple English language. That's why even I hired Nasir because of his work. So when you, as a data scientist, maybe if you're all struggling to get into a job, let's say we are a startup company. All right, ProITbridge is just 1 year old till now. In case if you're watching in 2023, we started in 6th July 2022. It's just like 1 year old company. So when I am seeing, we are not visible to the big people outside. But when I just started the company, I just need some resources to for my own company standard or for some work. Right. When I'm looking into the market, I need some people who already completed their work and showing their portfolio. Right? It's not like, okay, I've completed data science. I've completed this program. Give me a job. No. Where is your work? Show me that. So you need to showcase your projects or your portfolio to the people, right? Where LinkedIn, it's a great platform where you can showcase your skills, where you can showcase your portfolio, what you've accomplished. And then let's say if I just randomly got to see his work. But like me, there are many startups with the same field like data science. They might get to see your work, right? It's not like 6 month program is done. Every companies will open the door. Hey, you come here, I'll just pick you, right? So that's not how it works. You need to be always ready, equipped with the right skills, showing the portfolio. Anybody can come and pick you, right? So it's just that are you having the right great portfolio? That is the point. So Nasir had it, so he's in and he's pretty happy with the work experience and the culture what we are in. And in case if you are struggling to get into a job, keep practicing, all right? There is two things which I always tell to my learners, even Nasir is also following that. Upskill plus apply. If you only apply, do not upskill, you will never hit into the market, right?
True.
Upskill plus apply, you need to always keep on upskilling yourself with the latest trending technologies. So that is what the same thing, even we are following ProITbridge learners also. Once they are completing the program, we are making them to upskill, right? Until they are getting into the data science position with one-to-one mentorship support. That's what it is something we are doing it. So in case if you're struggling anywhere, just again, the number will be given in the description box. You can give a call and I'll be talking to you one-on-one too. But just showcase your portfolio to have visibility, create a visibility to the recruiters so that they can come to you and they can hire you. Like how I hired Nasir and he is with us. All right. And one next question to you, Nasir, is that we are just working in some projects and we are giving to the learners too, right? So do you think these projects are like outdated, or is it like not real time? What are the kinds of projects that we are giving to the learners? Can you just talk about that?
So this is a good thing. I need to mention this. Good you asked. So the one thing I like about this workplace is I'm always learning. What do I mean by that? So let us consider we have two batches, right? So first we are working for the batch 1. We have some project. Here we are not going to repeat that project for the batch 2.
Okay.
Right? Because we need to give some other projects as well, right? And we are not just taking that used car price prediction. Okay, that's not the project which we do. Right? What we try to do is we try to get a real life project. Right? Recently we have worked on our YOLO, like our image holds detection. Okay, so that is one of the real life application which is currently being used. So the projects which we do here are real life applications which are being used in the industry. So that is very important factor. If you want to skill yourself with the correct equipments, if you want to know how to work on a project, then only someone will hire you, right? They are not hiring you for your knowledge. Okay, knowledge is a part, right? If you know all the concepts of data science, but if you are unable to work on a project, right? So that is also one of the good thing. We try to get live projects, live project in a sense, which is currently being executed in the market. So those projects which we work on here. Right? So that is a wonderful point here. Again, I'm learning, like every time I get to work on some new project, like I feel, okay, I'll just take this project for the next batch. Then I'll get the message from John. For this batch, you are going to take this project. I'll say, this project. I have to again start learning. So that is a good point, right? Upskill. Until and unless we upskill, okay, we might get a job, but we will be constant or stagnant.
Correct.
If we are keeping our skills upgrading every time, so we'll be getting higher salaries as well.
Correct.
Okay, so that's a great opportunity. Batch 1 people who have completed, they'll be working on some other projects again.
Correct.
With the batch 2. So that concept, I don't think it's there in any other institutes. So this is the point which I really like about this.
All right, wonderful. So thanks for mentioning that. And also one more point. So as you mentioned, if you're people who will be afraid to get into the market they are the ones who never upskill themselves, right? They study something, learners will be studying something, and they will only apply, and they will think that even in interviews they'll feel afraid. Because why that afraid or fear factor comes into the mind? Because they think that what the skills they have learned is not sufficient. Absolutely. When that feeling comes out, obviously fear factor comes out.
Absolutely.
Right? Even we cannot go for negotiation. Obviously we'll get in very small salary, or you will never push to the next round.
Absolutely.
Right? So that is why upskilling plus apply, this formula works because you can talk confidently. Right? So when I'm saying this, how important the articulation skills is. So learners are good in coding. All right? Let's say learners are good in coding and everything. They are facing interviews. So how important is the articulation skills, and how are you or me is training our learners? Can you also talk about that too?
So yes, like when I studied, right, we only had one interview, or we can say mock interview, right? So we only had one interview after completing the project. right? So after maybe 6 months, sorry, not even 6 months, 8 months, because after completing all the 3 projects, we got into an interview, right? So just one interview, mock interview is not enough.
Right.
Like we cannot upskill ourselves entirely with one.
Correct.
So what we try to do is we have like 4 to 5 different divisions in our data sets. Like for our beginners program, then we have our machine learning, advanced machine learning, advanced deep learning, NLP. So what we try to do is we try to take interview after each and every session. Right? I mean, once we complete beginners program, we'll ask our students the questions. So what that does is it will give us their weaknesses and strengths.
Correct.
So that we can direct them. Okay, see, this is the weakest point where you are lagging. So you need to upgrade this. Right? Again, there's one thing I always say in the class, 50-50.
Okay.
If you know all the concepts, you got 50% job. Then what is the rest 50%? Your this one, articulation skills. Right? So if you know everything, if you're not able to tell to the interview, then there is a difficulty in getting a job, right? And we need to showcase our skills, right? Because interviewers, they don't know you personally, right? So as John mentioned, we have to showcase our skills. LinkedIn is a great platform. We can post on Medium. So there are many platforms. So what we do is we push our learners to do these things. When not after completing the course, in the course. Okay, that is not a thing which we can do in 1 or 2 months. That will take a bit of time. So initially, within 10 days, we want our learners to work on one business presentation, right? And they have to post that presentation on LinkedIn, on Kaggle, right? So this improves the visibility of our learners, right? And we can showcase they can showcase their skills as well. So this is a good point, right? I needed to add.
Okay, wonderful. So this is articulation skills is very important. Alright, it's not only about your coding skills. As Nasir mentioned, interviewers doesn't know you personally. Alright, so even though you're having skills, you need to speak so that they can understand you. Right, so that's what the important point here to be taught. And also, what about this resume part? Resume preparation part, is it something like we can have any format, or how are we assisting? So is that something unique standard that we are following because you have learned from outside and you came here? So how is that resume preparation with us? How are we assisting our learners? Is that good, or is it something need to be worked on? What do you think?
Okay, so compared to our again previous where I studied, we will be getting 4 templates. So they'll say, okay, make this resume like this. So what I'll do, or what anyone else will do, copy the entire content of the resume, change the names. But that's not going to work. So what we do here is, after completing our machine learning projects, we first we ask our learners to make their resume. We'll not give anything right here. So what it will do is, they'll make it, and again obviously that resume will be rejected. Because I don't think any resume have been selected in the first go. Right. So resume is something which needs to be handcrafted for everyone. It's not like if a person gets a job, I tried this, that person got a job, I use his resume, no calls. So it's there is no one fixed template where you'll get a call. Right. So these are the small things which we need to take care of. Right. We have indentation, spacing, lines, all those things we have to take care of. So I think it will take 1 month for approving our minimum. I'm talking about minimum 1 month of rejection for the resumes. It's a good thing to get rejected while learning. Right. In the interview, in the real life, we can get selected. So these are the small things, right, which matters a lot. So resume building, okay, it's not a fixed process. Each and every time we have to upgrade it. So this we are trying to do here as well.
Wonderful. So the resume building, crafting the resume, it's not something we give it like like a laddu, how you just put it in your mouth. No, you prepare that laddu. Absolutely. You come here, I'll tell you whether it is good or not, or I'll help you to prepare it. Right? So that's what we are doing here. Resume preparation also takes days or even months to come up with the best resume. Alright, it's all about how best you are showcasing your best portfolio. Alright, so that's what the point. Alright, so we have come to the end of the conversation. So I think how Nasir's journey and how's his life with ProITbridge, and whether he's happy, and also what is his message to the learners, everything we have heard here. And one last question to you, Nasir. So what is your final message to the learners who wanted to make a start in this data science path? Or what is it something you wanted to, two things already. What is it some one message that you wanted to make, register here for who wanted to make a start? Second question, there are a lot of learners who are currently learning, right? So what is the message that you wanted to give to them? So you can talk.
All right. So first, I'll just go with the people who are about to join it. Right? So still they have not decided to get into this industry. So they're about to join. I don't need to mention that point data science is the best job which is available right now.
Okay.
Right. According to the pay wise. Right. So do a bit of research. Right. We don't ask our learners to just join in. We try to provide demos. Right. So do attend the demo. See yourself. Right. Okay. This is what they are going to do. This is what they are teaching. Right. So then make the informed decision. Right. So don't just go like, okay, if someone said that institute was good, I got placement from there, don't go there.
Even with us.
Yeah. So no, don't go with us.
Yes.
Right. So you need to look yourself.
Correct.
Right. What we are teaching. Right. Are we taking our learners from starting to the end? And in a sense, not end of course. Right. End is when we get a job.
Correct.
Right. Again, still we don't leave our learners' hand after that.
Correct.
If they need upskilling or if they need any other job, they get to us. They get for assistance. So we do help that as well. Right. So take an informed decision. Right. Give a try. Right. Come into the demo. Listen interesting. Right. Just don't attend it for attending sake.
Right.
Attend it because you want to get into data science. Right. So have a look what we are taking. We will be providing you the entire course structure. Right? We follow transparency here.
Correct.
Right. So what we are going to do, if you come and ask me, hey Nasir, tell me what you will teach on the day 66. I'll just look into my agenda and I'll tell it that this is what we are going to teach.
Right.
So if we want to get into any industry, we need to follow proper structure.
Correct.
So have a look into that, explore your other options and then make an informed decision.
Correct.
Okay. So this is for our people who are about to get into data science. Now I'll come back to our learners who is already with us. Right. So again, coding.
Okay.
Most of the learners who are listening, few of them they are doing good. Right. We have some platforms which we have started. Our learners to work on HackerRank. Right. All those things. So work on that. Right. It's not like once you complete the course, like John once said, if you are completing 6 months course, company won't open the doors and wait for you. You have completed the course, come in.
Correct.
Like we don't have those things.
Correct.
Right. So we need to have a coding skills.
Correct.
So people who are from non-IT background, it's possible.
Correct.
It's easy. When it's easy, when we are working day.
Correct.
Right. Okay, I can understand we will be having some discontinuities, but don't make it more than 1 or 2 weeks.
Correct.
1 or 2 weeks, I'll just say personally, okay, you can take discontinuity. But 3 months, 4 months, no.
Correct.
Don't do that. So once you have started it, work this 8 to 9 months completely.
Correct.
After that, no need to say. The results will show
Correct.
itself. Right.
They will be already there.
Yeah, we'll be taking the interview as a placed person for that.
Correct. They will be on the other playlist what we have.
Yeah, other playlist what we have.
Okay. Wonderful. So that's a good message. So Nasir's, he shared everything so transparent, and even I think I also shared everything so transparent here. Whatever the things is required in the market, we don't hide anything. We don't tell you at the last date, hey, you need to learn these things. Everything will be transparent on demo itself. Alright. So we'll give the ball on your court. So you take the decision. Okay. So that, but it's just that you need to come with your full mindset and with your full confidence, with your full attention, so that you can just focus on the demo session, learn everything, and you can ask any questions to me or Nasir, whoever is teaching, so that we will be happy to answer you. Alright, we are here to show you the way, and in case if you are in, we will just give you our hand, and until you are getting placed as a data scientist, we will be with you. Alright. So then you will come here, you will share your story, so that you will be an inspiration factor for many others too. Alright, like Nasir and all the other, if you watch your entire YouTube, if you go back to another place, you will find a lot of other stories as well. Alright. So anyway, thank you Nasir for sharing your journey. So it was a wonderful conversation.
Yeah, it was good having you.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
All right, so I hope this entire conversation was useful to you all. So Nasir shared his journey as a mentor in ProITbridge. So I will meet you in the next conversation series or a struggle stories or another mentor stories in this particular YouTube channel. So stay connected. In case if you find this entire conversation useful, share among your friends too. And in case if you wanted to make a start in data science bookman free demo session, give a call to the number given below. I'll be talking to you. All right, thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye.
Thank you guys. Bye.
Yeah.